All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Cooking Your Way Through Life with me, Chef Drake. And today's tip or trick is talking about something that most of us use all the time, but we don't think about it, and that is vanilla. So, I do a lot of savory cooking. Everyone knows me. Everyone who knows me knows that I always say I'm not a pastry chef. And it's really because I'm not trying to be like, I'm not a pastry chef. No, it's because I revere and I respect pastry chefs so much. They are like for me in the chef world, they're like up here. They do things that I cannot do. And I'm just so impressed and I thoroughly respect them enough to always say, I'm not a pastry chef. I do my pastry side every now and then, but I'm not trained that way. But I say that to say it does not matter because even as a home cook, even as a regular chef, we still do a little bit of sweets here and there, right? So we use vanilla. All of us have used vanilla at some point if you cooked, if you made anything sweet. Honestly speaking, I don't like to compare a lot of things a lot of times because I don't want to like change the narrative of like when we're thinking about a certain thing. But if you're thinking about the pastry and chef world, I always say that the vanilla is kind of the salt of the pastry side of things or the dessert side of things. Where on the savory side, we use salt. And if you watch my episode about salt, I talk about using kosher salt versus iodized salt. We use salt to enhance flavors in the savory side. Vanilla is the same way. You'll see so many different recipes with vanilla, but you won't taste vanilla. You'll taste whatever the actual item is. So you'll see vanilla in chocolate things. You'll see vanilla in strawberry things. You see vanilla in so many things. And it's kind of that way where it actually increases and enhances the way we taste other flavors. So it's kind of a flavor enhancer. Now, not all vanillas are created equally though. And a lot of times I get the question of, okay, well, I saw the recipe and it said vanilla extract. So, or it said vanilla bean paste, it said vanilla beans. So I can use blah, blah. Yes and no. Short answer, yes. You can use any of these that you like. It's your kitchen, it's your world. Recommendation from me, not a pastry chef, would always be that I try to use the item that the recipe calls for. So if it says vanilla beans, these are vanilla beans. Now, first off, these are super expensive right now. I mean, food in general is super expensive, but guys, these are so expensive. If you have a grocery store, most of the time, I know in Whole Foods even, they just sell like one bean for like $30 to $40 sometimes. So if you're out of the country, if you travel a lot, I travel a lot, this is a great thing to buy overseas because you'll notice that a lot of it that we're paying for is just getting it here and then paying for it. So if you can get vanilla beans, get your hands on them, they're amazing. The great thing about vanilla beans that we cut them open and we scrape the inside. You have those little beans. So the easiest way to describe the vanilla bean versus vanilla, if you have ice cream. If you ever have vanilla bean ice cream and then vanilla ice cream, vanilla bean ice cream tastes like something that is a full force flavor. Vanilla ice cream is just like the base of flavor. And I think that's the easiest way for me to talk about vanilla beans. But if something calls for vanilla beans, you're gonna get vanilla flavor plus a little texture inside there. So you get both, the best of both worlds. I think this, for me, is like the highest of the high. And I rarely use vanilla beans just because I don't do a lot of baking. But when I do, I make sure that I also keep the bean. And we'll get to that a little bit later. Now, most of us and most people use vanilla extract. And vanilla extract is okay, but in terms of flavor that we're talking about, it's the lowest flavor amount. So a lot of times vanilla extract also it has a little bit of aftertaste sometimes, and not all vanilla extracts are created equally. So different brands will taste differently. So sometimes you'll make the same cookie or cake 5 times with 5 different brands, and it'll have 5 different flavors. So vanilla extract is kind of like that. Okay, we use it a lot, but you know, like, how much are we using? Make sure you get a brand you like and then stick with that brand. Don't dilly-dally and like go around, but it's gonna have the least amount of flavor. And then most flavor, least amount of flavor, right in between, but also not even in between. It's really closest to the vanilla bean because this is vanilla bean extract. And you'll see that it always say vanilla bean extract and not vanilla extract. I have some right here in the jar, so you see how dark that is, and it actually has a little texture in there. This is the extract from the actual vanilla bean. So this is also pretty expensive on the expensive side. I don't want to talk about how much this bottle costs, but I would say the thing about this is If you have a little time, I mean, you're on YouTube already, you're going down a rabbit hole, look up how they make vanilla bean extract, because this is called bourbon vanilla bean extract. Little tip for you there to see what you're looking up. But it's such a cool process. And I said I keep my vanilla beans because you also can use these to steep for other things. So think bay leaves. Even though we're thinking about the sweet side things, when we cook with bay leaves, or if you have different herbs that have the stems, we can put them in something and then we take it out. So let's say you scraped out the vanilla beans here, but you want to make a creme anglaise, or you want to make a sauce that's going to have, that's going to be a cream sauce that's going to be for dessert. Keep your vanilla bean, put it inside your cream as you're steeping, and it's coming up, and it's going to give it so much more flavor. So don't get rid of these until you at least use them twice. Scraping out and then use them to steep for other things. You also can put them in tea. If you're not vanilla tea, you can put some of these in your tea after you scraped out the inside and get some more. These cost too much to just use one time, so make sure you use them a couple times, guys. Outside of that, just a little introduction into vanilla. Like I said, I'm not a pastry chef, but I like to introduce you to a lot of things if you're not familiar with it. So hopefully you enjoyed the introduction. If you want a little bit more, I say go search how they make vanilla bean extract, because it's really cool. And then let me know what you think. So, all right. Have a good day, guys. See you next time.
Thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something. You know what to do next. Please hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons below and have a great day.